Hi everybody, I thought it'd be an interesting top 5 video to do one about YouTube channels that I regularly watch. Now, as I've pointed out in probably many of my other top 5 videos, obviously what I consider my top 5 is very much time frame dependent. So what I consider to be a top 5 now might change in a month's time or a year's time or 10 years time, based particularly with this particular area, where it's very much based on the regularity of the people's whose channel it is, how often they post, how engaging or how interested I am at that particular time in that particular material. But I would safely say, and there's a little bit of a fudge here, I've sort of squeezed 6 into 5 or 5 into 6, however you look at it, because I also tried to pick one each of a channel that was best out of a sort of group of types of channels, if that makes sense. Well, you'll see in a moment exactly what I mean, because I didn't want the 5 picks to be all from one particular interest area, for want of a better word. Now, for the honourable mentions, I've just decided I'm just going to talk through my subscription feed, and so you can see what else I look at. Interestingly, I don't subscribe to any Magic the Gathering content. It doesn't really interest me outside of what I do. Maybe that sounds a bit egotistical, but most of my favourite YouTube channels don't exist anymore. They're real, like going back, or the favourite Magic the Gathering channels, we're talking about channels of 10 years ago, or whenever I first joined YouTube. So, for instance, there was someone that went under the handle of MTG Radio, who used to stream, one of the early Magic the Gathering streamers, who used to stream Commander back in the day, and he used to post his videos to YouTube as well. And so I used to watch that channel. I think I'm still subscribed to his channel, but it's such a long time since he's posted anything. He's moved on to other things. I think he was went to medical school and then went into nursing. Tom was his first name, and there's a few other people like that. I used to watch Kenji back in the day when he first streamed, but again, there's only so many hours in the day, and I find that over the years of using YouTube, I've tended to gravitate towards things that I don't do videos on, basically. And again, the order, it's not in any particular order, apart from the ones that I show first are the ones which both myself and my wife really enjoy. And all of these people that produce content are channels which I will pretty much click on straight away if I see something new posted by them, with one exception, simply because one of the people I'm going to mention just produces so much material, which is fantastic, but I just can't get through it all, so I'm selective. But yeah, pretty much if they post anything, I'll have a quick look at it, and this is case in point with all 5/6 I'm going to mention. So first up we have Emmi Made. I've loved this channel since I discovered it, never stopped watching it. It's great if you're really into food, and does lots of interesting making of food that's inspired from recipes that have been seen elsewhere, either in these sort of hard times type books or stuff that Emmi's seen on TikTok or other things and just trying them out. Additionally, there's a really interesting side channel on beekeeping as well. And the other thing, and I think it's how I stumbled across the channel, there's a military rations guy I follow. I think I think you know who I mean. He may come up in the feed. I don't think he posts that often now. And I know at one point Emmi was posting a lot of, I say a lot, the odd military ration unboxings and also tastings as well. And that was really interesting. I think that's how I discovered the channel. Subsequently, I don't watch those quite as much as I used to, but I certainly, if the person whose name escapes me at the moment, Steve ever posts anything, I always watch that, because he's a great guy. I think he's just one of these people who just seems to be a really nice person, and all of these people actually, on face value, appear to be, genuinely nice people. And I think they're being as authentic as they can within the domain of YouTube. That's the other thing I think that keeps me coming back, is their sort of authenticity. If you excuse some of them with their slightly clicky, it always amuses me. Something I don't do. I've always gone down that, as you saw when I started changing my thumbnails. I've gone down more the sort of infographic thumbnail. Although most of the, I think everybody in this channel don't do some of the more cringeworthy thumbnails, where they have that sort of completely ludicrous facial expression. I think you know the ones I mean. Then we've got Chewie the Corgi. I do have a soft spot for corgis. My family always owned corgis back in the day. So I always like a good corgi channel, and this is currently my favourite. Just this channel should be, like a lot of channels, should be huge. The videos are really well edited. It's been going for about a year now, I think. So it'll be nice to see this get up to like 1,000 subscribers. So maybe whoever owns it, I think this is someone that lives out in maybe New Zealand, somewhere like that, I think. New Zealand. So once they get up to 1,000, obviously they'll be able to monetize it. In terms of the subscribers, the most, actually that's something I was going to just do here, the most viewed, most popular video they have is Unstoppable Corgi Zoomies. In the case of Emmi, it's probably some eye-watering amount, 7.3 million views. How to pull apart a pineapple. Yeah, these are all by default sorted by newest, so you can actually see easy what they're doing at the moment. And then I'll flick over to most popular. Then we've got Gab Smolders. This is someone I've only started watching in the last a couple of months, but I've just been devouring the material on here. Evelyn. Evelyn posts every day and streams on Twitch as well. And I got in through, I was curious about Elden Ring. I'd never played it. And Evelyn did a fantastic walkthrough of Elden Ring. I still haven't finished it, actually. I don't know where I got up to in the end. I sort of jumped forward and actually watched the end, so a bit of a spoiler there. But I got to pick it up where I left off. For the sort of games that she plays, I find the channel really relaxing to watch, because if you just look up most popular, so her most popular is Stardew Valley, and the oldest one here is way back 7 years ago. This must have been back when she was living in Japan. And yeah, clearly someone who likes playing horror games, judging by the overall contents of the videos that they're about. Although you can see there's a good smattering of Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley as well, so not exactly horror games for those ones. But yeah, just I find very, very actual chill videos to watch, despite some of the content. I do love me a nice outdoorsy video. Kent Survival, UK guy, another person really relaxing to watch. He does all sorts of stuff, builds. I love his recipes he does. A lot of his recipes have really inspired me to do sort of non-outdoorsy versions of them. Yeah, very inspirational to watch in terms of the cooking. He also has a parallel equipment channel as well, so if you're interested in equipment like that, although he does have a lot of very high tech's the wrong word, but it's not the sort of channel if you want to watch. So the vast majority of videos are not him going somewhere like super remote that's really, really inhospitable. There are the odd ones here and there, and there's been a few where there's been sort of some quite dicey adventures, but generally they seem to be pretty safe adventures in here. And as you'll see in a moment when I go through the subscription, there's a few other people I watch of this sort of style of video who do push the envelope a lot more. But yeah, this is nice, relaxed camping generally. This is the Wild Bear channel. I think I think her name's Claire actually. Excellent channel. The filming on this is fantastic, and there's some drone stuff as well. I think a lot of these outward bound outdoorsy people have access to drones. Very tightly edited, and some beautiful night shots. And what's nice is to see that this channel, how as a camper, as a wild camper, this person has developed over time, and it is really nicely and safely, gently pushing their comfort zone with the trips that they do. There's some, it's nice to see somebody that's not taking silly risks and is aware of the risks of, going mountain camping or those sort of things. And does interesting reflections on, what if that had gone horribly wrong, which is really helpful. A lot of channels don't always do that, and you watch some of these channels and some of them seem very dangerous in terms of some of the risks they're taking. But it's nice with this because it's a good balance of controlled risk taking and pushing the comfort zone. Another person that's based in the UK as well. There's a bit of a bias here, I think, to UK streamers generally. Emmi's in the States, Chewie The Corgi's New Zealand. Evelyn is in the UK now, although not originally from the UK, from another part of Europe, the location that escapes me actually. Kent Survival Andy is from, obviously Kent in the UK, and I'm not sure where Claire's based. It is in the UK, but I'm not sure what part of UK, although I notice a lot of places, I recognise with these a lot of the places, so I could probably make an educated guess. And then finally a technology channel. There's so many technology channels I could choose, but I think Technomone is the one that I tend to click on straight away. Another UK-based streamer. So that's my 5 picks. That's 5 YouTube channels which I watch regularly at the moment and pretty much click straight away. I've seen they've posted something. Now, from a subscription perspective, you can see here's my feed. So just a ton of honourable mentions. So we got Paul Dining. These are great. My cats love these, or our cats love these. Yeah, these are all bird videos. Very relaxing. Mikey C. Down always does really interesting reviews of extreme music. Philosophy Overdose. This is great for like tracking down legacy philosophy videos, which I'll come on to further down actually. Back when my channel was first sort of, I think, identified as being unintentionally ASMR, I actually did some searches online, and about, I don't know how long this channel has been going for. It seems a long time now, but I remember checking this channel out just to see what everybody was going on about. Got a few music ones here as well. Angela's Symposium, if you like, sort of academic analysis of the occult. Explaining Computers, Tom Outdoors, Alt Shift X and Alt Swift X. A few Northern European camping people as well. My favourite one, I don't think the channel's going to come up because he doesn't post so much now, is, I think his channel's Bertrand is the name of the guy. It was called something else originally. Anytime his video drops, yeah, I just drop everything to watch that. His are always silent, and he's also a blacksmith, but he hasn't posted for a long while. So these channels are a good substitute because they're in a similar style to that, like Silent Camping. IJ Ronquillo, yeah. TA Outdoors, JHS Pedals, the Jungle Survival channel. There's a whole load of these that are very similar. These are always really interesting. This is a channel I started watching out. I'm not always a big fan of how to code channels, because a lot of them get a little bit obsessed with certain aspects of coding which don't really interest me. But I find this is a new channel I started watching that's really cool. Jenny's Voices. This is a foreign language channel, but I really got into this because Jenny has a corgi, but I've always kept subscribing to the channel. Calm by Nature. There's quite a few of these types of ones I subscribe to, like the ones with the atmospheric copy shop type ones. Alex Ball, yeah, English guy, great synthesizer player, really interesting. There's a few synthesizer channels I subscribe to. Anything else here that I haven't mentioned? Oh, Socratia, Trash Theory, LGR, I think I might have mentioned already. Yeah, no, that's about it really. I can't think of... Oh, Northern Scavenger. So these guys, or one of the guys, is based in Nova Scotia, which is really, where I live now. And this is really good if you really want to see people pushing the envelope, who really know what they're doing as well, in the same breath. This is cool to watch, particularly if you're big into canoeing and the whole stuff that goes with that, like portaging, and also finding places in the middle of nowhere, that sort of stuff. Really cool channel to watch. I think I've also already mentioned in terms of the wildlife sort of camping stuff. I've also mentioned, I think, Simon a Bloke in the Woods. He does some interesting canoe trips. I'm not big canoeist myself. I've been canoeing, I think, a couple of times years ago at school. It was, fun, but it's not something I'd do regularly. Computer File, another one that I watch. Vinyl Rewind, and so on. So, and these type of channels, these are always cool, these odd tinkering style ones. There's 2 or 3 channels that are very similar style as well, and I thoroughly enjoy those. The main reason why I subscribe actually to Philosophy Overdose is they've posted up on several occasions now, because I think they keep getting taken down, the series of philosophy interviews that this guy did. I should know him because I've got his book. Brian, hang on. What's it? Brian McGee. I'm terrible with names, as you probably know. Brian McGee, yeah. His book, I think I brought it up. If you want to read a really interesting biography, which is sort of based around a life in philosophy, his is a really interesting book to read, actually, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I thought you'd be interested to see what I watch on YouTube again. Yeah, not any Magic the Gathering at all. I'm trying to remember that saying. Where you get I think there's a lot of people like that who tend not to consume other versions of what they produce. I mean, I know some people, and like I said, in the early days, it was fun to see what else was out there. And when I think back to what I did watch, it was around at that time. Was it Mr. Orange? I can remember watching an early unboxing of the Deck Builders Toolkit, those ones, and there was another unboxing channel I used to watch about 11-12 years ago. But again, once I started doing all of that myself, I really sort of lost interest. And I did used to watch the I can try to remember, was it the, I don't know if it was the Star City Games channel. There was a channel where they had regular Commander. It was called Commander Versus. I don't even know if it's still going. I'm assuming it is because I haven't looked at them for several years now. But that was another one I did used to watch when it first started, the Commander Versus series. So I hope that's proved interest. I think my number one choice would definitely be probably Emmi Made, and yeah, roughly in this order. I'll include links to all of these channels. So thanks once again for watching this video. Bye for now, and I will see you in the next video.